Hi friends, I'm Mitesh Kansara. I'm here to share with you a method which I have learned and have used successfully in my life in various situations. How to change your mood completely in a few minutes. Suppose you are sad and want to become happy. Now, what most people don't realize is that being sad is actually harder than being happy, and I'll explain you in a minute. It is just that they have made this unconscious habit for years of becoming sad whenever they come across some bad situation or problem and don't know how to get out of that bad habit. As a result, they continue to suffer. It means they have just made a habit of being sad in situations which they don't like, irrespective of what the problem is. And this habit is affecting the lives of their families and friends very badly. But the good news is you can change your mood and develop a new habit of being happy no matter what, which in fact takes much less effort and is 100 times more useful than being sad. The technique and process is the same. You just need to continue doing what you are already doing for being sad, but this time just making a U turn and reversing the whole direction of your habit. Now, for a moment, let's look into how you become sad and how you can turn this process around in a few minutes with very little effort. There are three steps involved. First step, focus. Have you ever realized that no matter how bad your day is, 99% of the things in your life are perfect at the same time? For example, suppose you are sad at this moment because you have less money. Let's see how many things are not favorable and how many things are favorable at this time in your life. First, you are alive. Just realize how lucky you are. Mahatma Gandhi and Sardar Patel, in spite of having done greatest of things in their lives, don't have that luxury today. Second, you are free. Just ask a prisoner how much he envies you. Subrato Sahara and thousands of others are ready to pay all they have just to get that freedom, which you already enjoy. Third, you have the greatest miracle of the whole universe of all history called human brain. If you are thinking about no money, it means you have the ability to think and use your brain. Just think about countless unfortunate people who are mentally challenged. They would trade anything to get what you have, which is a perfectly working human brain. Fourth, you can hear, see, and breathe comfortably. Just ask a blind, deaf, or asthma patient how much he will be willing to give you just to have those things. Now take a sheet of paper and write down on the left side what is bothering you. In this example, less money. Now look around and start writing down all the things which are not bothering you at this time. I bet you can write at least 1000 things, if not more, if you continue this process. I know because I have done this process. Look at it this way. If you are sad or unhappy most of the time, you are nothing less than Arjun. Just like Arjun was able to focus on one eye of the fish and not see hundreds of other things around it, when you are sad, just like Arjun, you are concentrating and focusing on one bad thing and completely ignoring thousands of good things happening around you. In fact, I would say you are even better skilled than Arjun because he had to concentrate only when doing archery. In your case, you are demonstrating this exceptional skill day in and day out for many months and years without ever wavering from your target. Just imagine what heights can you achieve in life if you use the same focusing power to achieve your goals. Step 2, Interpretation. Two people focusing on a single thing can get different meanings out of it. If two people have no money, one person can interpret it as having failed in life and be miserable. On the other hand, in the same situation, someone else can think even Amitabh Bachchan had no money in the late 1990s and was in debt of millions of rupees, but today he is on top again. Donald Trump had filed for bankruptcy 2 times in his life. Today, he is the President of the United States. Swami Vivekananda had gone many days without food. Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, was living on ISKCON temple's free food at one time in his life. Anna Hazare had been so disappointed at one time in his life that he had gone to a railway station to commit suicide. There are thousands of such examples. If you have no money, you can get money in a relatively short time if you know how. Donald Trump was a billionaire again just 2 years after filing for bankruptcy. In short, even if you are focusing on less money, if you change the interpretation, you change the meaning, and as a result, your mood. Step 3. Questions. If you are sad on having no money, just observe what are the questions you are asking yourself. Are you asking, why only me? Why is God so bad with me? Why are all the crooks moving around in expensive cars and hardworking people like me have no money to feed my family? Why do I fail in whatever I do? Why didn't I get a government job? Why is my boss so brainless that he cannot see my problems and my hard work? Why is my wife not supportive and bringing more money in home by doing a job or home business? Why are the schools sucking our blood with such huge fees? Why are my children nagging me all the time and asking for more and more toys and games? And finally, everyone's favorite question nowadays. Why is government not bringing Achhe Din? There is a secret quality of our brain that only select few people know and make use of consistently in their lives. That select secret quality is that the brain cannot ignore questions. It can ignore opinions, ideas, and thoughts which it finds useful, useless, or unimportant or false. But it cannot ignore questions which are asked repeatedly and with emotion. For example, if you ask yourself, why didn't you get a government job? Your brain will wear the cap of ACP Pradyuman and start searching for answers from its old files, past experiences, long term beliefs, and past and present observations. If it does not have sufficient data to find an answer, it will still imagine what must have gone wrong. But it will certainly give you an answer. It will give answers like you are not born with rich parents who could give the bribe of lakhs of rupees for a government job. You did not have necessary contacts. Maybe you are unlucky. You are a failure. Nobody gave you proper guidance at the right time of how to get a government job. You are incapable of passing tough exams like IAS, etc. Can you see how badly you are trapped in this loop? You are sad and depressed today because you don't have money today. You will not have money tomorrow because you were sad and depressed today. So you did not do anything today to change the situation and find out a solution. This will further prove to yourself that you are a failure. And tomorrow you will become even more sadder than today. For example, for most of the people, this negative spiral continues on and on for years and decades. Now let's change the questions you ask your brain and see what happens. If you have no money, what if you ask yourself one or more of these empowering questions continuously and with expectation? What can I do today to improve this situation? Whom can I ask for advice or solution to my money problem? How do I start a saving habit today, even if it is just 10 rupees? Who are the people in my field who are earning more than me? What are they doing differently than me to earn more money? What are my strengths and weaknesses? What are their strengths and weaknesses, and what do they do to improve them? What small changes can I do to enhance my strengths and improve my weaknesses today? How do the people earning double than me spend their time? How do they dress? How do they speak? How do they plan their day? With whom do they spend time? What do they read? Who are the top people in my field who can answer these questions? How can I contact them? What will Donald Trump or Dhirubhai Ambani do if they were in my body in this situation right now? How will they turn things around? You will see with amazement that as soon as you change the questions, you are no longer sad. You would not even believe how could you be sad about this matter a few moments ago. Can you see how just changing the questions change the whole scenario? Instead of being sad, you will be full of hope and excitement now. You'll be acting towards getting more money in your life instead of sitting down with your head down in a dark room. You'll be taking steps in increasing your network and developing acquaintances when you contact high performance people in your field. You'll be looking for opportunities instead of looking for problems. Your brain, once asked these questions repeatedly and with emotion, will come up with some brilliant ideas and answers. The more you ask, the more ideas you'll get. I have come up with hundreds of ideas by just this one technique. And as they say, just one good idea can change your life completely. Remember, you have exactly the same miraculous device called human brain, which Donald Trump, Gandhiji, Swami Vivekanand, Subhash Chandra Bose, or Nelson Mandela had. What you need to do is just change this operating system or program from some out of date Windows 98 to Windows 2010, from thinking like a pager to thinking like an iPhone, and you'll start seeing miracles happening. In summary, decide from today onwards you will not misuse your supercomputer brain. It is faster, more intelligent, and more accurate than the fastest Ferrari in the world. Don't use it like a rickshaw. Step 1, change your focus. Step 2, change your interpretation. Step 3, change the questions you ask yourself. I can guarantee you, with this tried and tested method, within a few minutes, you can change your mood, your habits, and your life.